G'day, and welcome back to Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things with your host, me, the Australian idiot, and let's get into the clips. Here we have a very intriguing situation that's occurring in this clip here. Basically, this guy's on a repossession job to get someone's vehicle. And prior to someone recording this entire segment from the certain point, there seems to be some escalation of some form of serious threatening variety. Here's where we jump in.
What's up, dog? You're gonna f me up, come f me up. That's what I thought. You're gonna f me up, come f me up. My car, dude. My car. I'm not gonna put it down because it's gonna move. You have to put it on park. You're gonna take off with my shit, now. You have to put it on park, but if I put it down, we're gonna damage. Why did you pick up my shit? You see my moving shit, dude.
Yeah, put it on park. Let it out, man.
No, hold on. Let him do what he wants to do. I want to know what happened. Look at my car, dude. Put it on park and I'll put it down. I'm not gonna put it down because the car's gonna move and it's gonna damage. And then you're gonna cry about it. Then you're gonna try to take off with my car. I'm not gonna take off.
Nah, he won't take off with your shit.
Yeah, okay. Put it on park, man. Put it on park.
You over here crying, bro. Look, now you're up your own car.
Let it down, man.
Good thing I got it all on recording just in case you want to lie about it. So you're calling me a little bitch? Huh? You call me a little bitch?
Eddie.
Why'd you take it off? You're not defending yourself. I can defend myself. Look at everyone. I can defend myself. Everyone's recording this, dude. I can defend myself. You're aggressive, dude. Yeah. I can defend myself. No, you're aggressive. I can defend myself. No, you don't. You pull out a weapon. I can defend myself. You pull out a weapon. I can defend myself. Where's your weapon at? What's up, dog? Where's your weapon?
Stop, brother.
Where's your weapon? What's up, dog? What's up, man? You ain't saying nothing, dude. No,
Hey,
got in your
chill
hand.
out,
My
bro.
flashlight. What do you got in your hand? What's up? You afraid? Huh? You afraid? What you afraid of, Bart? What you afraid of?
Hey, Charlie.
What you afraid of?
Hey,
bro,
hey.
bro, as soon as you hit me, I'm gonna call the
chill
cops.
it.
I know you are. I know you are. I'm working. Because you're a
I'm
working.
bitch, dude, that's why.
I'm not a bitch, homie.
Yes, you are. You are. You said you're gonna call the cops.
I'm not a bitch, homie. What's
You're a
up?
bitch, dude. You're a bitch.
You're a bitch.
You're a bitch, dog.
You are.
You're a
Slow
bitch.
down, my
You
brother.
are.
Slow down, okay? No big deal. Come on, let's just settle like a man, okay?
Come on, man. Don't
Put
act
the car
gangster. You're
down.
not, dude.
You don't not gangster, homie. Who you calling a bitch? You're a bitch,
I
dog.
called you a bitch,
Let
dog.
it go.
You're a
But you told me to
bitch.
call the cops. So I back
As
up
soon
for
as you
rest.
touch me,
Exactly.
I'm gonna up and I'm calling the cops because I'm working. I can defend myself.
Sure.
Oh, what? If I hit you, you're gonna call the police? You're a bitch. How dare you call the police for me assaulting you? That's just a pussy. It's like, what? I've never gotten this type of reaction from people. It's like, it's just like I ask the question, what? Would you rather him take a huge swing at your dome, potentially being a king hit and killing you on the spot? Is that what you want his reaction to be? I don't know how that helps you in this current situation. Heck, I think it makes it worse off because, you know, you're dead. Or would you rather the more American reaction? He pulls out the gun and shoots you point blank. Like, like a genuine question here. Oh, I hit you and you call the police? That means you're a bitch. Like, that's so dumb. I guess the other question is, do you think this initial reaction, like how I don't think the repossessioner was being too aggressive here. It seems to be a certain scenario has just escalated because these people don't want their car to be repossessed or something along those lines. Yet here we are now with this entire mess. And also, the sound that car made when he pulled into park, oh boy, that was, I physically recoiled that sort of sound because that was terrible. Here we got a Karen who's a bit too impatient, so she decides to take the handicap line in Walmart, and when she gets queried about why she's doing that, rather than explaining and potentially having an actual valid reason for using it, she decides to take the insult the person route. Yeah, of course they did.
Even kids were smart enough to point it out to 10 minutes before we responded. You guys were smart enough to get it. I know. I didn't know I was in the handicap line. I'm sorry.
You know what? Shh. Really? You need to make her leave because she is harassing us. She's saying, "What are you carrying?" 5? I mean, she's absolutely out of control.
Yeah, Lena.
I'm very impatient at this point.
Can I get a Lori?
It's been about 40 minutes ringing up their cheek little coupons.
Because we're so broke and so fat and we need all this food. So.
That's right.
Yeah, she actually.
And she's
should
a
be
Mormon.
removed.
She's a Mormon. Yeah. Because we're so broke and we're so fat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so uneducated. And
Do you need eyes to see that, or does a mirror reflect the same thing to you? I don't think your eyesight. I think it will.
Sure.
Walton could see it a bit. So do I.
Because we're bringing up coupons.
Do you know how long we've been here waiting for your groceries?
Choose a different line then.
Yeah, I know.
That's simple.
Hey, but this is going on YouTube. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Oh yeah, I can make anything viral.
Ask these people how long they waited. Did you wait a pretty long time for these ladies? Thank you. Way before us, dude.
The ignorance that's in Walmart.
Boy, they're waiting so
Great.
long. It's like a Save-A-Lot couple.
This is absolutely hilarious.
Thank you very much.
Francine, just leave her alone. She is ignorant. Please relax.
It's not a matter of someone taking over. She needs to be removed.
I think it should be said, not all handicaps are visible. She might have an invisible handicap, but when you get queried about that, and your choices and your option to what you choose to do in that situation is to just verbally insult the person querying you a question, is just not how I would proceed to do this type of thing. I don't know. It makes you come off like you're genuinely don't have any form of issue at all, and you're just being there because you're a bitch. And hey, that might have actually been the case in the situation, or you might have genuinely needed the handicap line for one reason or another. Either way, you're an idiot. Learn to be nice. Here we have a guy who rode his electric bike up the trail up to the top of this mountain here. And another guy isn't exactly so happy about that because apparently it's against the law, it's against policies, all this other shenanigans, and they're getting a bit of a kerfuffle about it. Here's a clip.
What's lame about it, brother?
It's against the law. This is totally against the law.
But what does it bother you? What are you pulling a Karen for, brother?
A Karen?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about?
What the hell are you talking about? It's not that big of a deal.
It is a big deal.
It's an e-bike.
It's not an e-bike. It's an e-motorcycle. Where's your goddamn pedals?
E-motorcycle? It's an e-bike, brother.
Dude, you're out of line here. Oh, are you filming this because it's cool?
Because it doesn't matter to you. What harm does it do to you? You just
it does everything.
Butthurt because you just hiked 4 hours to get up here and I just did it in like 30 minutes? What harm does it do to you? What harm does it do to you?
It does a shitload of harm. You're eroding the trail.
Yeah,
you're coming
bullcrap.
up, you're making noise. You're playing your music. You're breaking the policy.
Okay.
The Forest Service has a policy, and you're gonna get busted, dude. I'm calling the cops. I'll call them now. They'll meet you down at the parking lot.
Call the cops, brother.
You can explain to them.
I'm sure you'll have a great day because of that.
You can explain to them why you think you're so f***ing special that you get to ride a motorcycle up here.
It's not a motorcycle.
It is a...
It's an e-bike.
You are such a f***ing idiot.
Dude, screw you, brother.
You really are.
Go have a good day.
You don't
Oh
have
my
any nuts.
gosh.
Like, can you not walk up here? Like, that's a motorcycle.
Dude.
It's powered by electricity. Instead of powered
he's
by gas.
only
Do you
freaking
understand that?
bothered because he just hiked 4 hours to get up here and I just did it in 30 minutes and I get the same result.
You didn't get any
Telling you
result.
guys.
Your balls
get
are
an
like the
e-bike.
size of freaking peanuts because you ride this little pussy bike up here.
Do something about it.
What do you want me to do?
Well, what do you want to do?
What do you want me to do?
What?
What do you want me to do? You asked me, what do you want me
Do
to do?
something.
I'm calling the cops, dude, and that's what I'm
Congratulations. I'm sure it makes your day a whole lot better.
No, this who's riding
This
bike up
doesn't
here,
do crap up
yes,
here,
it does.
brother.
Why do you think they have policies and rules? Because riding
All right.
electronic motorcycles tears up the trail. It's
Yeah.
counter to the management policy of the Forest Service, and every single thing about it is prohibited up here.
Perfect. Yeah.
And you're the exception, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. It's an e-bike.
Great. It's an e-bike.
All right.
It's a gas bike. Whatever. This is a motorcycle that's
Perfect.
powered by electricity.
Well, guys, we
'cause
got
you
a
don't have
wonderful
the
view up
testicles
here.
to ride a real motorcycle.
This guy wants to
Like,
see
you
my
don't have the
balls,
balls to ride a
apparently.
real
So
motorcycle.
check out this view,
Think how
though.
cool you are that you don't even have the balls to ride a real motorcycle.
Hope you guys know that I'm like
Only place
super
you can
cool,
ride
way cooler than
is
this guy.
Now, before we get into actually giving our opinions on these type of things, an additional thing that was added by the guy who posted this clip is apparently both him and the guy in green made up after this. They were all good. He apologized, and they were all buddy-buddy after squashing the beef, and nothing much really happened afterwards. I wish I knew. I don't know the location here, so I can't look into if they're actually breaking rules or not here, but it is a very interesting question here, so I'm going to leave it to you guys. What are your thoughts on this clip in the comments below? We have the group that is going into a hairdresser to get a haircut, and it turns out this person isn't exactly a fan of the people who may or may not have come from across a southern border in a certain country. I mean, why am I referencing that way? So here comes this beautiful clip.
Across the border, you know? People coming across the border, I don't know where you're from. I don't know where you come from.
I am Honduras.
I know, but how do I know you didn't just come across the border? The southern border. I'm not, I know cut migrants. No, I'm not going to call, no migrants. Okay? Okay? You have to understand.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
Que no.
No corte, pelo, no.
No hay inmigrantes.
No inmigrantes.
What?
No hay inmigrantes.
Did you come across the border, the southern border?
La frontera.
Ah,
From Honduras
Honduras.
recently? Recently?
No, but me come here when we have
You have visa? You have visa?
Yes. I have license.
You have citizen?
Yes.
You can show me?
I have in my car.
Pero ¿por qué le van a enseñar si ella no es de inmigración?
Pero ella quiere ver mi licencia.
Pero no te la puede pedir porque ella no es de inmigración, no es una autoridad. Okay.
You know, up to a certain point, you had some form of plausible deniability of this entire event. But then the moment you said, I don't cut migrants' hair, is the moment where you just had full-blown racism inside, like, it's just in general, full-blown racism. Heck, if these people were willing to bring it up to some form of police force or some form of court of law, I'm 90% sure you can actually get in a fair bit of trouble because you're not refusing to service someone in explicit reason because of their race. And you have no way to deny that fact now because you explicitly said in this recording that you don't cut migrants' hair. Like, at least up until you said that, you had some form of plausible deniability that a majority of places will have in instances like this, especially with a majority of other clips we've watched over the past way too long. A lot of those businesses have some form of plausible deniability about what happened. You don't, because you were recorded on film directly saying you won't serve them because they're migrants. And there's no other reason for it. Smart 101. This Karen thought it'd be the brightest idea to get into a shouting match with a bunch of kids on their way home from school.
Shut the f up! You know why I drive this shit? Because I got shit in my bank account!
Good for you.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Who wants some? Who wants some?
I will rock you, bro.
You do what? You do what? You walk your little That's what you do! Go get your mama! Tell her to come in my square! Keep you with my kids!
Like
Keep with my kids! What a little you wear dang minute earrings!
That's why you find me, right?
Shut the f up! My son's a
Your son's a
You have no idea, motherfucker. He would tear you up. He is not. He will f you up. He will f you up. What? You guys have been a videotape?
Flick them off. Don't flick them off.
You.
You out here being reckless like a white piece of trash you are.
Wait till you're 18.
Wait till I'm I will rock you.
Till you're 18.
I will rock you.
Till you're 18. I will
Why your face
you
getting red from
up.
screaming?
You up.
You and your son.
Hey, Romel.
I'll go.
Shut the f up.
White trash.
Up. My son would f***ing murder y'all.
Your son
You have no
is
idea. It's only because of me. It's only because of me that he hasn't f***ed y'all up. It's only because of me. Jared, you're one gay. Hey, bitch, you gonna get raped up your ass. You
Hey, I f***ed actually.
Yeah, you're gonna get raped up your ass. Hoover! Hoover! You Hoover!
Hey, yo, he wants you to get out.
You up? What?
The guy back there?
What?
Rory knows
I don't
what the
care.
fuck I'm about. Rory.
No, what you
Rory knows
about?
the fuck
What
I'm
you
about.
about? What, that blood? You.
You ain't your
I'll put
fault
all
claiming
y'all
that
on your
son.
butt. I'll put all y'all on your butt.
Hey, Gilbert!
Suck my Go back to doing crack.
Ain't got no dick.
I got videos of me f***ing with my You and your
You
son.
fucking? You gotta take videos?
My
You fuck?
my You're a redneck piece of shit.
What, y'all?
You, I don't care. I don't really care.
Jared, don't
Keep it
touch her.
moving.
I'm not gonna touch her, but if she touch me, I'm gonna rock her. I swear to God.
Oh, I swear to God, you won't.
I swear to God, I will.
You're lucky you're under 18. Keep going. Walk. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
I wish you would.
I wish you would.
I will sit the down.
You're underage. If you were underage.
Hey, next year I'm gonna be 18. What's up? Next year I'm gonna be 18. What's up?
That's what's up.
All right,
that's
bet.
what's up.
When your son see you sleep on the ground, no
Okay, yeah.
Cause your son
Keep going.
claiming ass crib.
Keep going. Keep going. Wait till you're 18. Wait till you're 18. Wait till you're 18. You ain't got no. A little. Shut the f up, you.
Son,
Shut the f up, you.
Let's go first.
Say something to my little son again, and I'm gonna f you up. Yeah, where's your mom, Jared? Gilbert, you cut your hair? Your dad already got it. Well, now your mama go get her ass whooped. That's why your dad got his ass whooped.
I'm gonna haul that nigga to your front door and see what the f up. You, that's why he dropped out. That's why he dropped out. Him and Josh. You.
I've got a question here. How are the kids being the more reasonably responsible ones here? They're saying, hey, we're not going to do anything to you, but if you touch us, we won't be afraid to your shit up. And then here she is just going like, wait till you're 18, wait till you're 18, I'll bash you when you're 18. It's like, aren't you supposed to be the adults of the situation? Shouldn't you be the one trying to defuse this, not fucking... I can't even think of the word at this point in time, but aren't you the one who's meant to be diffusing this, not continuously exploding this crap? Like, you're meant to be the adult here. How the hell are you being the least responsible one out of everybody here? How are the kids, the people who aren't even 18 yet, being far more reasonably responsible than you, the adult? What? This woman's come to a hotel that she's apparently paid $3,000 to stay at for who knows however long it was going to be. Anyway, she comes across a pair of people in drag in the lobby, talking to someone, whatever the hell, and rather than just moving on with their day like most people would, she decided that she would take massive offense for it and start going on her tirade about it. Here's the clip.
We all know it's about hate, so it's fine.
No, I don't hate anybody. I'm worried about the boys in my community who think that they could become women because they're effeminate and they like wearing makeup and they like wearing drag. There's lots
you're
of...
wearing shorts and a tank top. Isn't
exactly.
That masculine?
No, it's not. Because I know I'm a woman.
You're shivering, ma'am.
No, I'm going to be right here.
You're going to be okay.
We have boys that are having their penises cut off. We have women, young girls who are losing their breasts. I am, because I know children that are having their parts cut off and taking hormones. My children are upstairs. I don't want them. I spent $3,000 to stay here. I'm not having my child see a man pretending to be a woman. This is completely offensive to me.
I'm sorry. Then you should leave.
No, because I paid $3,000 to be here. I'd like to talk to the manager.
He's right there.
Okay, why do you think it's okay to pretend that you're a woman?
We were invited here.
You were invited here? Who invited you here?
The manager.
The manager thought it was okay to have men pretending to be women in front of children, even though we know there are boys that are having their penises cut off because they are effeminate, because they like wearing makeup, because they like having their hair styled like this, because they like high heels.
Your point?
Are your breasts real or are they fake?
Let's go on the side. Let's go talk on the side.
No, I paid $3,000. I'm not leaving the lobby. No, I want to talk to your manager. I want to know why this was allowed at this hotel.
Okay, miss, I'm a manager and we can talk about it on the side. If you can
No, I'm not. This is the lobby. I'm happy to be here. I just want everyone to know what hotel we're at. Oh, this is the Lohalani?
You paid $3,000.
I paid $3,000 so I can believe in biological reality. I am a real woman. You are fake.
I know.
So why are you doing this to women? It's so degrading. No, don't touch me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Call the police.
They're on their way.
Call the police. I'm sorry, but this is, I paid to be a customer at a hotel where I thought you believed that women were real, that because you put on makeup, because you're wearing high heels, because you have a Barbie outfit on, that you don't think this is degrading? This is misogyny. And we have a hotel If you give me back my money right now, I will leave the hotel. But I am not going to have my children come down from the 30th floor and see what's happening here.
Let's go take care of your reservation right now. You can put the phone away.
Yeah, no, this is completely degrading.
Okay, let's go take care of that right now. Come on.
I want to know what your names are because I'm going to share this.
Let's go take care of your reservation and have you check out.
Are you in the hotel? Are you dressed?
I can't wait to see the fire that the comment section becomes after this clip, because I've seen what happens with lesser clips than this one over the past few years. Either way, I'm not here to talk too much about the political nonsense that's been here. Aside from the fact, what have trans people ever done to you? They are like literally a percentile of the population. Why can't we just leave them be and do their own thing? It's not like they're actively harming people. Yes, there is another conversation on whether kids should be able to go through surgeries and stuff along those lines, but that's not what we're here for. You're going off at a pair of adults for being transgender, not kids. Not adults that have kids that are that. No, you're going off against 2 adults. That's insane behavior. Grow the up and just, like, it's such a non-issue. You've caused so many issues over. Here we have a couple of upset neighbors because of some late night car noises.
I'm calling the cops next time that happens. I have 2 kids. It takes me 2 hours to get them to sleep. I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
That was not me. I don't know why you're mad.
I know. You don't look at us.
I have no idea.
We are in our night. Whoever it was, that was
me
your
too.
friend.
I'm sleeping. I got scared too.
You were?
Yeah, I'm in my room sleeping.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sleeping. Neither are my kids.
Yeah.
So
okay,
stop
bro.
it.
I don't get why you're so mad.
I'm calling the cops next time.
Why do you have kids?
2 hours to
you
put
don't
my
know
kids
that.
to sleep.
Do you have
I
kids?
have 2 hours to put my kids to sleep. That shit is not gonna fly.
What? Okay? That wasn't me. Why are you mad?
I'm just telling you. That's
it's not gonna
happened
fly
on this street.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with you. I don't know why you're yelling at me right now.
Because our kids sleep next door.
I have 2 children that are infants who have to go to school in the morning. It takes me 2 hours to put them to bed.
Yeah.
Okay? So that shit is not gonna fly with me. Okay? I'm gonna call the cops next time.
On who?
On you.
On you.
I'm telling you it wasn't me.
I don't care who it was.
So why call cops on me then?
Okay, then call it. I'm gonna call it on your friend. I don't care. I'm calling the cops.
A thing to note is that in the comments of the original TikTok, this guy fully admits that yes, it was him who was making the noise. It was definitely him, which just leads to a few different things I have here. First off, infants go to school. Is that a slip of the tongue, or is it just like a misrepresentation of what's actually happening? Like, yeah, you might be taking your kids to a kindergarten or daycare or something along those lines, but describing it as school is funny, to say the least, but I'm not going to look too much into that one, to be completely honest. And yeah, if you're purposely revving your car that you know is loud in the middle of the night, then yeah, this is deserved. Definitely, your buddy. If you got a loud car and you're revving it purposely at night, like, buddy, I don't know what else to tell you. If you're getting home and your car's just naturally noisy, yeah, I can't really get too upset from you. That's just life. Like, there is like someone who drives a Nissan Z around here, and sometimes when that's getting home late at night, you can hear it just purring around. It's beautiful, but at the same time noisy. But that is what it is. It's not the end of the world. Now, if that guy was purposely revving it, then that'd be another question. But he's not. He's getting home. Here's an interesting video from this guy here who is coming to collect his truck from a towing place. City Towing. All City Towing, I think that's what it's called. And when they're pulling it out with the forklift by its back wheels, it looks like the tires on the back wheels have been completely mangled. Here's the clip.
You taking that claim, Miss Ma'am? It's all good. Y'all getting sued. I got my lawyer on it. So, all right. Have a blessed day. And don't f nobody else's car up. Dumbass people. Oh, he forklifting my...
Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be lifted up by the outside of the wheels, just like it was on the road.
I don't like that. I can't just drive it out. Hey, man, look how it's squeezing my rim, fam. Hold up, bro.
That was like that when I picked it up.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Hey, bro, hell no.
It was like that.
It wasn't like that, bro. Who finna pay for that?
That vehicle was in any other condition than when we obtained it. If you don't have that...
Oh, I got pictures.
Okay, then.
I got pictures. I want my, bro. I don't care. All right. How about this? Bring who you need. I want you to bring who you need right here, and I want my money. Hey, bro. All city towing. Explain it. Why is my truck like that? Do you know why my truck's like that? Do you know why my truck's like that?
Stay off our property.
Huh? Hey, boy, shut up. Oh, now you want to talk why the gate closing? You want to talk why the gate closing? You want to talk why you out here?
That's the question. When would this have actually happened? Because, like, just listening to this entire conversation, okay, so they wouldn't let you drive it out. Why wouldn't you be able to give them the keys so they can drive it out? Or maybe it's so they don't hit things. But yet they're trying to move a giant, like, probably a very, 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 very heavy car, very heavy truck by its rear wheels with a forklift. I don't know about you, but that just seems like a massive safety hazard in and of itself. Doing that with smaller cars, sedans, SUVs, and stuff like that, yeah, I get it. Those things don't tend to be that difficult to do this with, but something that long and probably very, very heavy, that just seems to be really dangerous and very stupid, but they're doing it anyway. And at some point, those tires have been mangled. I don't think I've ever seen tires in the state of that. I've seen people slash tires. I've seen, like, slash tires before, which are... Fun tip. Here's a little fun tip. If you ever go to your car and you see that people have slashed 3 of your tires, but not the 4th one, before you call for insurance, make sure you slash that 4th one. Because... depending on where you are and depending on your insurance company, if only 3 of your tires have been slashed, insurance might not cover the replacement of those tires. So always slash that 4th one. But it's like, how does that even happen? It's like, is the forklift thing squeezing it too much? I honestly doubt that forklift picking up was what did it. I think those tires got screwed at a different state of the process, which makes me question how this happened. But hey, apparently he sued them and got money out of them, so good on you. So this couple here, his wife is handicapped. Unfortunately, she is a bit too light, so the mobility scooter tends to have a few issues with her because she's not heavy enough to properly activate certain mechanics in the seat itself. So he sits on it, she sits on top of him so that they can actually make use of the mobility scooter. Anyway, they're shopping, and on their way out, one of the Walmart employees decided to point out, like, hey, you can only have one person on it. It says only one person on the seat, and then when he points out why he was on the seat with her, she decides to have a very interesting response to it. Here's a clip.
And sit there and tell me handicapped people don't matter? Is that what you just said to me? Huh? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You sat there and said that handicapped people don't matter because I was riding on that, right? Correct? What did you say? What did you say?
I said
you said handicapped people.
I said that the chair specifically says one
right.
person. That's what
Specifically, and what did I tell you? My wife is too small to sit there and control that, so that's why I'm on there. And you sat there and said you don't matter. The kid, yeah, yeah.
I've asked for a manager and she's refusing to give me one.
Yeah, I mean, you guys got cameras. You can see that reaction. That's ridiculous.
Very, very rude. Very rude and unprofessional.
I'm like shaking when she sat there and said that my wife doesn't matter and she don't care about her being handicapped. We got a problem.
What happened?
I rolled up on here. I was sitting on this. Okay, my wife her weight is too small. This thing won't go. Keep stopping this net. So I sat on. She sat on my lap. We did our shopping. We come in rolling through here. Okay, and she sat there and looked at me. She goes, "Oh, only one person's allowed on it. It says only one person." Well, I'm sorry. I explained to her that my wife, is handicapped and she's small and it doesn't move. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Only one person is allowed on there.
Are you still recording?
Yes. Would you, So then I proceeded to tell her what we did, why I'm on there, and she doesn't care. And I said, my wife's handicapped. You're telling me I don't care. As soon as I said, my wife's handicapped, I don't care. And then when we asked for a manager, she refused to call a manager up.
3 times.
All right, we'll take care of it, man. I'm sorry about that.
I'm literally shaking right now. And here's the thing, I come here all the time. I see kids running around here playing on these things, okay? And that's kind of upsetting, but never once do I ever see a associate walking up and saying something to them,
I'm going to tell you, my father is store manager at Walmart locally.
I've never had a problem like this, and that's considered discrimination.
Yeah,
I'm parked in handicap. If you don't believe me that I'm handicapped, I got a handicap sticker.
I believe you.
Very, very rude.
So, Tanya, how much is your bill?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pay him out for it. Sorry about that, man. Okay.
Look, I'm not one to automatically assume the worst of people. Like when I first started watching this, I thought that maybe she didn't say that directly, that she didn't care, that or doesn't matter or something along those lines. Like maybe that's just the guy over exaggerating it for the video. But the more the story goes on, and then seeing the other employees' reactions to it, it seems like either A, they're just trying to avoid having the situation go any further, or B, they've had issues with this employee before on a similar caliber that they are just willing to go, yep, okay, cool, what happened, okay, sorry about that, and then move on. Like, I don't know, it puts me to question on what actually happened prior to this clip and how true is the story from the person behind the camera, because from what I can tell, there seems to be very heavy weight of validity to it. I don't know, or don't personally think that she would have directly said doesn't matter if your wife's handicapped, but the connotation to how she responded to or something the guy might have said probably heavily implied that, and that's not exactly the brightest thing to do. This person just did a DoorDash delivery to a manager at CBS, and this CBS manager decided to report the food as not delivered, which, you know, if you understand anything about DoorDash, this can get you in a lot of trouble. At the bare minimum, you might be put into a position where you have to pay for the missing meal or things along those lines, and at the worst, you could have your account removed. Anyhow, she's gone back to the CBS to confront the manager because, you know, she actually delivered the food. Here's what happened.
Yeah, so I got a text message from DoorDash saying that you...
Okay, but why did you have the nerve to come in my job talking to me when I was with another customer?
Because you had the nerve to report your food as never being received, so I can get in trouble and have to pay for it or lose my job.
I did not report nothing. If you have a problem, you need to contact DoorDash instead of coming in my job.
Well, don't report it as being...
Okay, well, like I said, you need to go...
So you're saying you got your food?
You need to leave me alone, that's what I'm saying.
You're saying you got your food?
Police.
That's fine.
And if
you
you're
can talk
recording
to
me, I'm going to call the police. So please leave
That's
my
fine.
job.
I just need you to say that you got your food.
I need you to leave my job.
You can call the police. We can talk about fraud and all that.
I don't care what we can talk about, lady. You're in my job of business. Leave me alone. Period.
Where's your manager?
I'm a manager.
You don't got another boss?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. CVS is hiring thieves here, huh? I just want you to admit that you got your food so I don't lose my job. I deliver food to you and then you sit there and tell my work I never dropped the food off? Huh? Yes. I delivered it here to her. So hopefully they have cameras, but she's trying to say I never dropped her food off. I'm just waiting for you to admit that you took your food and I'll leave you alone.
For you to get the out of my face. That's what I'm waiting for you to do. Like, you making me act the food at work and it's not even that serious.
It is that serious. It's fraud. It's stealing. You stole and now you're trying to make me get in trouble for it. Why don't you get back on DoorDash and tell them you got your food then? It's because you didn't want to pay for the crazy big meal that you purchased?
You talking about crazy big...
Steak, shrimp, chicken meal? You forget about what you just ate?
Out of my face. Are you still here talking shit to me? Leave me alone. Record that.
Okay.
Record that.
And
you
I'm gonna send it to
Leave
corporate.
Me alone.
I just want you to admit that you stole.
To leave me alone.
I want you to admit that you stole.
I just want you to leave me alone.
Well, it's not going to happen because you're messing up my job now.
I don't give a leave me alone.
Oh, you don't care that?
My word. The business.
Oh, good. So you mess with my job. Now I'm messing with your job. How about that? Sounds pretty even to you? You lied and said you didn't get your food so you don't have to pay for it. You lied so you didn't have to pay for your food. And now you're trying to get me in trouble with my job. You should be really ashamed of yourself that you would do something like that.
Leave me the fuck alone. I'm not ashamed of myself, so it doesn't matter what you say.
So you just don't care about stealing? So stealing doesn't make you feel ashamed? Stealing doesn't make you feel ashamed? At all. You're just totally content with stealing. Awesome. CVS should really know what kind of employees they have. You probably steal from here too.
Okay, I wouldn't have a job if I did. So leave me alone. You're the one sitting up here talking to me about my job. And if I was stole from my job, I wouldn't have a job. So why are you still in my face?
Because I'm waiting for you to admit that you're stealing. Because you're stealing. You're trying to take money.
I'm not even trying to go back and forth with her, but she's still in my face, in my place of work, still yelling at me. Do DoorDash know you're doing this? I'm
going to send them this video. I'm recording everything.
Do you have permission to record me?
Oh, I don't need permission. It's public place. North Carolina state law, only one person has to approve of the recording, and that one person can be me. So I'm very aware of the laws. Well, that's okay, because I'm going to send this to corporate and let them know.
I don't care what you send it to.
Good.
Out my face.
Usually I'm against the idea of making someone lose their job, but you know, it's one of those things where you're currently a manager of a store and you've done something along these lines. I could only guess how bad of an actual manager you are, or how you treat the people who work under you, because you know, there's always really two core types of managers. They're the ones that actually care, and the ones that are extremely self-entitled and don't actually give a damn about anyone else aside from themselves. And because they're in the managerial position, their egos are so far up their ass, they don't actually realize when they're doing something inherently wrong. So it'd be funny that if this video got this manager fired. Unfortunately, I have no idea if that's the case or not. So yeah, maybe someone has that information that they can give me in the comments down below. Who knows? Here we are at a theater where there are like 2 people watching The Lion King again, and we're seemingly in the ads preview section of it, the pre-show of the movie, and this guy is extremely upset that the guy behind the camera is on his phone.
Bro, just relax, bro. Just relax. Relax. It's a children's movie.
At AMC Silence.
Baldy?
You're in a movie. And so actions
Bro,
environment.
you're f***ing bald.
Don't text. Don't post.
You're bald.
Talk.
So stop talking.
Because when phones are turned off and the lights are
I'll
turned
say,
down.
all right, I'll take you outside, and my bald head will beat your mother
Just
ass.
Oh, what are you doing?
I mean, the lights are still on in the theater, so clearly we're not at the point where we're actually watching the movie, so I don't know why you've gotten so angry over this type of thing, but I find it quite funny that in the background we can hear the ad playing telling you to turn off your phone as the lights go down, which is just funny. Bro got mad enough that you can see the veins popping out of his neck over this, which is something else. The lady behind the camera here likes to just drive around, park in random spots, and just do things on TikToks for apparently several hours. And we have this guy who has, quote, been watching her for a few days now, coming up to question her about what she's doing in the area. Here's the clip.